Where we going?
We're about to go movies or not?
Do not take your kids to watch this movie.
I like magic.
What the fuck did we just watch?
Half of the fucking movie is about the Joker.
Huh?
But yeah, it's a decent movie.
Hey guys, Run Unchained. The year's about to wrap up, and I wanted to at least give my final thoughts about Star Wars The Last Jedi. Specifically, spoilers. I've seen it about 3 times now. I just wanted to let what I initially thought about it the first time breathe, and then just talk stuff that I know has been picky with people and their feelings on the film, and because Star Wars means a lot to me, it means a lot to people, I figured to round up the year, one of the last few videos would be a spoiler talk with it. It's been 2 weeks about since the movie came out, and just flat out say that I love this film. I understand the criticism of the film. Some I agree with, some I don't. I had fun with the film. I was moved and I applauded Rian Johnson's decisions in the film. It's okay if we disagree, that's fine. I'm not gonna go too much into details of story, except for what I liked about some characters that stood out for me, what scenes were my favorite, what stuff I'm like, that could have been better, but that's fine. You know, it's not the end of the world because of these scenes. The standouts for me were Rey, Kylo Ren, Luke Skywalker, Poe Dameron, and General Leia Organa. I was gonna say princess because she's my princess, but she's a general. To me, The Last Jedi, in my opinion, evolved the saga onwards, without making stuff predictable in my eyes and boring. I'm gonna buy the Blu-ray, and I don't think probably I'll get to one of the nitpicks about it or stuff that I didn't like. 90% of the film, I think I won't fast forward with it. Let's talk about Luke Skywalker. That I understand his arc didn't appeal to people. It appealed to me. He is not the Luke from Return of the Jedi. That was 30 years ago. And yes, I've heard Mark Hamill's comments, and I understand them from his point. I understand them, and I understand people's like, this is not Luke. This is not Luke. But giving it some thoughts and the themes and the messages that the film does is that time goes by and people change. I will certainly change from when this video comes out. Maybe 10 years, 20 years, I might change somehow. I said it to people that I watched the film, was that I felt like this was a somewhat samurai film style where I got messages and themes into me that I didn't think I was going to get in the new trilogy. His actions from where we meet Luke, in the middle where we understand what his stay has been, and to where we see him conclude his storyline. Especially that last fight scene with Kylo Ren, that was pure. The stand, what the dialogues were being said between Kylo Ren, Luke, nephew to uncle, that was pure magical stuff that moved me. The end, when it's just force form of Luke Skywalker and he's just meditating. You see him use the power of the Force that hasn't been shown before, and just the twin suns. This is goodbye, and I was moved by it. I was moved by it. So I like Luke Skywalker in this film. I really liked it. Rey and Kylo Ren, before Ben Solo, now Kylo Ren, their interactions were pure gold for me. They may be the one thing that I'm like, I couldn't believe I was getting this. The talks they were giving to each other. It was pure magical, and I like that there was no holograms. There was just that they were talking to one another from different points of view, different, literally points of the galaxy. And this is a moment where Rey tells Kylo Ren, "Why did you kill him? Why did you kill Han? He was your father. He loved you. He gave a damn about you. Like, why did you do it? Why did you hate him?" That rocked my heart because that death crushed me. And then to see where Kylo moves in the storyline at a certain point, it was just like, yes, I wasn't expecting this, and I'm digging it, and I'm loving it. And I cannot wait to see what the hell happens in episode 9. These really, Adam Driver, bravo, you guys rocked it. Poe Dameron and Leia, a character that before trailers, by the time we got the first images, me being a big Oscar Isaac fan, I was happy and excited to see him in the Star Wars universe because I'm a fan of the actor, but Latino's in it. And he was cool in Force Awakens. We got a little bit of it, and I'm like, okay, we got episode 8 and 9 to get to. They let him shine in this film. That's another thing that they didn't like his arc, that it was just mostly like a learning lesson, and that him with Holdo, the plans not being told didn't make sense. But to me was that a character that, from what we had heard from BTS, was going to get killed off early on, lived on, and is growing now instead of, and getting the lessons of not being a hotshot, that hotshots won't help a cause, specifically the resistance, that he should strive to be more of a leader and not being a hero. Do something for the good of it, not just to be looked up upon. So I love that. And that Leia was the one that slapped him and giving him the lessons with help of her good best friend, Vice Admiral Holdo, played by Laura Dern. Fantastic. It was that thing that he kept saying, passing the torch, the older generation to the new generation, and I felt it. And I know that at the beginning where we think she's blown up, and that's the end of Leia, pulled me apart, and I was just like, oh my god, this is not happening. And then you see her use the Force. I love that. Yes, I understand the memes and the jokes of Mary Poppins in the air or in space, but I dug it. Yes, it could come off silly, but I dug it because of how much I've wanted to see that character use the Force, because she's Force sensitive. We just never saw it fully to that extent, and this was powerful imagery for me. So, Oscar Isaac, and rest in peace, Carrie Fisher, my love. You did a fantastic job. Bravo. This trilogy, and this is what I'm going to have to keep reminding myself as the years go by, is about Rey, Kylo Ren, Poe, and Finn. Those are the main characters of the core. Yes, Hux is in it. Phasma, I'll get into later. Rose is in it now. BB-8's in it now. But those are the main characters. This is the new generation. Kids right now, 5 to 15 years old right now, 14 years old. This is their Star Wars teen group. I was lucky enough to grow up with Han, Leia, and Luke when I was 5 and discover them with VHS. They're passing it on, and I'm digging it. I like the transition. As it, you can make jokes about it. Han dies in this one, Luke dies in that one. Leia might be written off in episode 9, who knows? But that's passing the torch. Immortality. It's being brought up subtly in these films, and I'm accepting it. So that's what I have to say about this trilogy going on onwards. I'm gonna touch on it right now. Supreme Leader Snoke. Visually striking, Force Awakens. Same in Last Jedi. They killed him off. And I know people made fan theories, and those are cool, and that J.J. may or may not have teasers of getting back info, because they never flat out said that we're going to talk about Snoke's biography in episode 8. They may or may not have alluded it, depending on how you saw The Force Awakens. I didn't see it that way. That would have been just a cool extra thing to get. I was already gravitated towards Kylo Ren by Force Awakens. And Snoke's death, pushing Kylo Ren deep into the dark side, instead of thinking that they might swap sides between him and Rey, was powerful. And him basically, again, this is just my thoughts, just the rule of 2. Yeah, the hell with that. I'm the dark side. Screw you. You don't like it? Do something about it. And I dig that about Kylo Ren, even though I feel bad that you're killing off your family left and right. That's fucking sinful. But thank you, Andy Serkis, for providing that performance by Snoke that I really, really dug. And that was a powerful scene in the throne room with the Praetorian guards. That was awesome. Well, you guys, that was pure awesome. And also that Rey is, at least from this film, is no one's daughter. No Kenobi, no Skywalker. She's from nowhere, from nobody. Again, that the scene with the lightsaber, Rey, these are your first steps. I understand that, but this is more powerful. The fact that someone from nowhere, you could be from the deepest, darkest place of any living part, let's say Earth. You're poor, you got nothing to yourself, and yet you could become something pivotal, something important, something greater than yourself. That is moving. I felt it, and I dug that. Would have been nice, Kenobi and Skywalker, but at the same time, I would look back and be like, how come everyone's connected? How come it's one big family tree? Isn't this a galaxy? Not a quinceañera or something like that? That's my thoughts about it, and it was awesome. Yes, there's minor stuff, problems I have with the film that I can address, but won't deteriorate the fun, joy, movement, feeling I got out of coming from the theater the first time, second time, and the third time. Luke throwing the lightsaber. Beautiful moment that was a cliffhanger in Force Awakens. The music, the shots, picking up, lightsaber, lugging up, and then that's going to take time to grow on me. It has not grown on me still, but I'm like, okay, I understand where the film is going to go. There's going to be stuff that taking back, but yeah, that's going to take some time. Captain Phasma. Wow. The big bad that was going to be Palpatine, Emperor 2.0. Sure, fine, I can deal with that. This one that was supposed to be this new trilogy, or this trilogy's Boba Fett, could have been something deeper, and I don't know how Gwendolyn Christie feels about it, but I just feel bad because the potential of that actress and the story that she could have built on right on between Finn, instead of just hating each other. Maybe that she was his mother and she believed in the Empire and she didn't care about her own son. That would have been so deep, and just fan theory, no, fan theory, no. But yeah, I did not like that. Broke my heart in Force Awakens. Thought I would get more. Didn't. And yeah, that was a waste for me. Admiral Akbar dies in this film. He's in the same place that Leia's in when she gets blasted on. He has mentioned Admiral Akbar has died. He was in the same room with Leia. Wish he would have gone out like a badass. Damn it. But yeah, rest in peace, Admiral Akbar. There's comedy in this film. Some of it really, really landed for me. Some of it didn't really land for me as well. And not that there's nothing wrong with being funny or having laughter in Star Wars. Look at the original ones. Walking carpet out of my way. I Feel Terrible. Together Again. How we doing? Same as always. That bad, huh? There's nothing wrong with that. Just some stuff was like, yeah, that was supposed to be a funny moment. Didn't laugh at me, but I'll live. Vice Admiral Holdo not telling Poe's plans. On looking back at it, that doesn't make sense. She could have avoided all that stuff up. But as a character, she didn't have to tell him shit. She's in charge. He's someone that, like, I want to know. I need to know. Yeah, you think you need to know. You want to know. But you don't need to. I don't have to tell you jack shit. So that's how I felt about it. And Laura Dern, I liked her performance. And then I liked the purple design. I might be colorblind. But yeah, and I know she comes from the books. Specifically Leia's current or newest book. So I have to get into that and know more of the character. But I liked her, and that, yeah, I understand that. But Canto Bight. It is the weakest part of the film. I'll say that. It's the weakest part of the film. It has interesting topics, interesting messages in it. It was Vegas in Star Wars. But if any part might be a fast forward part when watching the Blu-ray, it might be that part. Finn and Rose. I like the characters. I like the actors. Rosemary Tran. I'm sorry if I'm saying her. No, not Rose. Kelly Marie Tran. Rosemary Tran. Kelly Marie Tran. John Boyega. They were great in the film. It's just that their arcs were sort of. I'd rather go back and see Poe. I'd rather go back and see Rey and Kylo Ren talk. That's how I was about it. And I first time was sort of like the message of like we're not gonna win by killing what we hate. We're gonna win by saving what we love. First time was like, oh, a rom-com. Second time, third time seeing it, I'm like, I get that message. That's cool. But yeah, there'll definitely be a fast forward part in seeing the film on Blu-ray again. Favorite moments: Snoke dies. Rey and Kylo Ren team up against the Praetorian Guards. That scene was awesome. Not just the choreography, but the dialogue again was powerful for me. Luke versus Kylo Ren, samurai feel moment. Yoda visiting young Skywalker, teaching him a lesson of passing on what you learned. That yes, even failure is the greatest teacher of all, and that we are what they become. That's the true burden of a master. And I'm paraphrasing it, I believe. I don't want to dishonor Yoda's wisdom. Poe and Leia interacting after the killer opening sequence fight. That we destroyed a dreadnought. But what cause? Look how many people died. That was perfect. Again, Leia using the Force, and the theme was beautiful with it. Luke and R2 back together in the Falcon, and then just R2 showing, oh yeah, you're not gonna change your mind. Leia's message about that he is her only hope. That was gut punching. Pull out my heart, put it back in, and it was beautiful. The opening battle again was pretty badass, and rest in peace, Paige. Damn, I forgot her. Paige Tico, Rose's sister. That was a powerful moment in the film. Poe and Rey finally meeting, saying, "I'm Poe, I'm Rey, I know who you are." That was cool because I'm like, ooh, there might be romantic stuff. Not necessary, but it'd be cool because of the fanboy in me. Yeah. But yeah, again, this film, I'm gonna look back and be like, look how many messages and themes are in it. Oh, this is perfect. This is beautiful in my eyes. But yeah, that's my thoughts about it. Spoilers: Luke dies, Snoke dies, Rey doesn't have any royalty parents. Kylo Ren is deep into the dark, and he's a badass for that. Last Jedi, awesome movie for me. If you guys like the review, hit the like button, subscribe for more content, post it down below, and it's okay. Disagree, that's fine. I agree to disagree respectfully, and I'll see you guys in the next video.